Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Sequoia and I am sharing a lot about travel and food on this channel, and I will also be touching on a lot of my experience as someone who worked in the restaurant industry for almost a decade. In my last video, I talk about tipping etiquette in the US and Mexico and Japan. If you'd like to see that video, I'll put it here. This video, I will be talking about how you can enhance your experience as a guest at a restaurant. So the first tip that I have for you is the importance of eye contact. Eye contact in anything as humans in the world is really important. Culturally, there's differences there. However, if I'm speaking as someone based in the US or like in the Western world, eye contact is quite important. And it is going to be one of the best things that you can use when you're dining at a restaurant. So when you arrive at a restaurant and you're greeted by a host or hostess, using eye contact, greeting them, and then when they they're leading you to your table, etiquette and manners come in. Thank you, please, and thank you go a long way. But because we're focusing on nonverbal aspects of communication, then it's definitely the eye contact, which for your host and hostess, any managers, a sommelier, and especially your server or anyone who's supporting them in what we call the front of house, those working not in the kitchen. So that's the first one. And then the second one I have is in regards to your menu. So I am going to use this planner as a menu. A lot of menu these days are one page, or like one-sided, either one page front or back or just on one side. So it makes it a little bit different, but there are still a lot of menus where it's like a booklet, right? Like a book. So you have a book, you're presented with the menu. Here's your menu, this will say, you'll open it and you're perusing. You're looking at what they have, what they offer. It might be food and beverages both in there, or it might just be food and then there's a separate one for, say, like the wine list if it's a more finer dining establishment. So the biggest thing that you can do to really enhance your experience in terms of like timeliness, so when you're ready, because the server has probably other guests that they're serving, other tables, or if someone is assisting them to take your order, is really just to close your menu. So it's like this, just close it. And if you're not dining alone, if you're with other people, also ask them to close this. I taught this to some family members many years ago, and they were really surprised because it was kind of a noisy restaurant and they were milling about and we were ready. And I told them, I was like, close your menus, and the server came over right away. This is one of the top things that you may not know if you haven't worked in a restaurant. It's just things that we are taught in the process of becoming servers or just in our experience to look out for. And it's a really great cue. You're not having people like raise their hands or like say different greetings or hollering your name, right? So that's the second one. And then the third one, which may seem kind of obvious, you're asking for your bill if you're the one paying. I mean, it's almost universal at this point. It's just like signing a check, right? That's nonverbal. One of the worst things is having to like wait so long for that check to come. So if you make the eye contact and then you just, right, they'll know that you want the check, right? Without having to, if it's a big restaurant coming over. So this enhances your experience because of the timeliness. Say you're in a rush to get out somewhere and you want to pay and like, go on to your next thing, or if you have a meeting, different settings, like a business meeting, for example. And in turn, it really helps the server, because if it's a large restaurant and they were near a station where they could print out the receipt, then that saves them from coming over and then having to go back. So you're helping them by having to take less steps for certain things, which does add up. Because in a restaurant, even reality is certain things don't take a lot of time, but they feel like a lot of time. Like the concept of time when you're dining is very different as the person dining and then also the person serving, because maybe it's been only like 90 seconds and it feels like it's been longer, like 3 times as much of the time. So time is really important, and by doing these 3 things, which I'm going to cover again, is eye contact, closing your menu, and doing like the check motion and making eye contact will really enhance your experience, and you will be the type of guest that restaurants will welcome back again and again. So these were my 3 tips for you for nonverbal communication to use when you're dining at a restaurant. If you have any comments or about the video, about what I've said, please put them in the comments below, or if you have any questions. And also, if you go out, try these tactics, if you've never done them, please let me know about your experience.